Hello there folks, and how is it going? And welcome back to another video, and welcome to the mighty land of Namibia. We are in Damaraland at the moment. Our journey pretty much starts exactly where last week's video ended, because I'm pressing record and stop at the same time, which is not so bad. We are right in the middle of things here. It's absolutely wonderful. Let me turn you around here. We are staying at this campsite here. Just last night we arrived. Absolutely fantastic morning we're having. Today is a bit of a rest day because Etosha and all of the driving can kind of like really take it out of you at the early starts and all. It's lots of car time, so it's really lots and lots of car time. So we figured, well, at least I figured that people need a rest and they can take a breather. We don't have to check out of here for another couple of hours or so, so people are able to relax and have a beer last night, and we sat by the campfire and stuff. This campsite is really gorgeous. And then thankfully today we actually don't drive a huge amount. We go from this kind of lodge, we'll say, to another lodge that's down the way, and then the intention for this evening is to photograph some of the wonderful landscape that's between here and there. Some beautiful mountains and some wonderful opportunities to photograph lone trees and mountains and all that kind of lovely stuff. So we're going to relax a bit today, as I said, and then we'll just drive slowly back to the other lodge, do a bit of a kind of a recce, a bit of a scout, and see what we can see. Then we can check in, get some laundry done, and we all need some laundry done, and then we'll head out then for the evening time to shoot the sunset. Well, at least until the sun goes behind the mountains, and because there was some gorgeous light yesterday on the drive. And then after that we will be heading out of here to Swakopmund, which is a fantastic place, but sure, look, we'll get to that when we get to that. My intention for this week's video will be just to kind of cover the journey between right now and when we get to Sesrium, which is the dunes. So we'll say we've got some landscape photography on the way, we have some pier photography on the way, and some gorgeous landscape on the way. So if you fancy it, stick around. But sure, look, for now we're going to chill, enjoy the quiet. So quiet. And we're going to chill out, we're going to have some breakfast, and then we'll take it easy and meander ourselves down the road. But for now, I've got my camera in my hand anyway, and I'm going to see about taking, these are going to be very snapshotty, folks. I'm going to take some pictures just to give you an idea of what we have, and if any of them turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Welcome, friends, to the ASMR Photography Studio, and welcome to the first images in this week's video. Now, as I mentioned, they're a bit snapshotty, but sure, look, it's more about kind of telling the story about where we are at this particular moment. And we find ourselves in a wonderful campsite. As I mentioned, it's actually really fantastic. It's one of these kinds of your tent is already set up glampy kind of situations, and it's just surrounded by such wonderful mountains. Actually this particular one that we're looking at right now, I actually really like the way the light is falling on the mountains. And then of course the other one here, it's all very kind of telephoto, 100 to 400 for this particular one, and then the other one shot wide. And a random dog just kicking around the campsite. That'd be a nice picture. So yeah, as far as kind of snapshots go, it's a good kind of start to the whole process, and one that it's just nice to have a wander around with your camera and just take some snaps and just remember the place. So super happy with how these ones turned out. So folks, here we are now, checked into our beautiful camp at Palmwag Lodge. This place is amazing. And if you remember from last year, this is pretty much where Brendan shit himself when the elephant was roaming through the camp at night. Jimbo, the big Jim. That was a fun time. So yeah, wonderful place this is. It's like exceptional. It's gorgeous. And if you ever find yourself in this part of the world, I would highly recommend you come and stay here, because it's beautiful. The food is gorgeous as well. I don't think I mentioned actually in the last one, I am leading this workshop. With Brendan being out of the game because of his injury, he asked me to essentially lead this workshop for him, and but that's beside the point. Essentially, when we leave here tomorrow morning, it's a long haul of a drive to get to Swakopmund. the air conditioning in my van broke. So needless to say, the thing is like a oven with wheels. It's tough. Like it's tough. It's a tough thing to drive. The rental place though have found a place for me to bring it the day after we arrive in Swakopmund tomorrow evening after sunset, and I'll take it very early then to the place the following morning to hopefully try get it fixed. Turns out there's no air in the compressor, so hopefully that's just a very simple thing to fix. But so for now, going to chill for another hour or so, pack up the van, and whoever wants to meet me there is going to meet me there, and then we'll just drive up the road, easy peasy, take some shots, and let's see you out on the road. Beautiful. Oh, and I forgot to say, actually, I love this part of the trip. We are in Damaraland now, so we've left Etosha, like I mentioned, and now we're kind of driving our way through Damaraland, and the country here is so beautiful. Big, colossal mountains, like something you'd see in like Utah or something, you know. Really, really, really gorgeous part of the world. But we'll look at that now when we're on our way out the door. Let's get going. So folks, we are now out and about taking some photographs. Now we did do some location scouting on the way down to the lodge, like I mentioned before, and this was one of the scenes that really caught my eye here. Is this beautiful tree that I am looking down at, and I am just composing a pretty straightforward shot. I am super low down, and I want to try and use some of these grasses here as my kind of foreground because the light on them is just absolutely exquisite. So really wonderful location here. Everybody's having a really nice time, and there's lots and lots to play around with. So yeah, so it's going to be fun. The aim of the game is I might actually try and focus stack this first image because I like the idea of having the grasses nice and sharp all the way through to the tree. Say that 10 times fast as an Irishman. And then I will, you know, want to get it nice and sharp all the way through. And I'm loving this kind of like touch to focus thing on the Canon here. I really need new gear. But so then the idea would be is that I'll kind of meander around, I'll take a bit of an arc and see what else I can see in terms of this particular tree here. There are a few nice trees that we spotted along the way as well. So if any of these pictures turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Absolutely magic. So here is the result of that first image that we are looking at. This beautiful tree as it stood very lonely in this wonderful landscape. Now, I did mention that I wanted to focus stack. God, focus stacking. It can be a chore at times for sure. I was trying to use that touch the back of the screen to focus and take the picture kind of thing on the Canon, but I really don't think I did it correct. While the focus is in the foreground, as you can see, and of course in the background, the middle ground is still a bit out of focus. I just don't know if I was able to capture a sharp enough image for that particular section of the image. But sure, look, such is the way it is. I still really like how the image looks and feels. I'm really happy that I came across it and decided to photograph it. The next image I prefer way more. Such warmer tones. Beautiful landscape, as I mentioned. It's just so gorgeous, and I love the fact that this tree is so wonderfully lonely and standing against such a beautifully warm background. There was a bit of breeze as well, which I guess probably didn't help in terms of the movement in the grass, in that previous image, but thankfully in this particular one we don't need to really worry about that because there's just no kind of major grass in the foreground. But really delighted with how this particular one turned out. The last in the scene is again another white tree standing off the background. This one is it's a bit less impactful if you ask me. Still nice, and I'm still very glad that I took the photograph, but it's a bit lost on the background, unfortunately. Still one that I'm very happy with. And actually, while we were on the drive back, there was this gorgeous moonrise over the hills, and we had to stop to take some photographs of it. This is a terrible photograph, but I just wanted to include it because the moon just looked so beautiful that particular night. And yeah, it was a wonderful evening, and one that we're all very happy with. So onwards we shall go. So we have made it to everyone's favorite part of the journey, Cape Cross Seal Reserve. This place is wild, literally and figuratively. Wow, it really smells, but it really sounds like they're all saying Greg. So they're all calling Greg, hey Greg. So this place is really, really great. It's always a fun pit stop. It's a long drive we had through the Skeleton Coast. Beautiful, beautiful drive. But yeah, it's just long, and we still have a few, maybe another hour and a half to go before we get into Swakopmund. So the aim of the game is just to stick around here for maybe 45 minutes or so. We are going to take some photographs and have a good laugh hanging out with the seals. It's so noisy, it's wonderful. And yeah, and then we will continue our journey as we go, slow and steady. Going to stop off at the Shipwreck after this, and fingers crossed we have time to still photograph sunset at the pier, but I don't know, we're a bit tight. There was tires popped and stuck in sand and all sorts of fun stuff. So I am going to grab my camera, going to have a wander around, and if any of the pictures of these seals turns out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. Let's have a look. So these seals are gas. I love visiting the place, as smelly as it all is. It's such a wonderful place to visit. These seals are gas, youngs. You know, I have loads of pictures of the seals. I am very grateful at the opportunity to have been to this particular place a bunch of times, and I have loads and loads of seal images that I've included in previous videos. So I'm going to just keep this one very short with just these two. Very simple kind of portrait of this particular one guy. He looks stoned, as Orla said, and then this fella kind of looking back over his own shoulder as if to kind of say, how do you do? And but yeah, it's a wonderful place. Definitely worth a visit if you can put up with the kind of smell of the place, but it's such a really, really fantastic part of the journey, and one well worth stopping at. So we have made it to this wonderful, wonderful shipwreck. I love this place. It's a wonderful place for seascape photography, and everybody has lined themselves up to get. There's only really maybe one or two compositions that you can kind of play around with in terms of, you know, what you want to get. And I will take those two compositions again. We actually have a bit of light this time, which is nice. I think the last time we were here it was super duper overcast. So it's going to be cool to take advantage of a bit of light this time around. Going to probably set things up, usual crack, half a second, polarized filter, and all the fun things one can enjoy when it comes to taking some photographs of this beautiful, beautiful lighthouse. So let's get the gear and let's see what we can muster. The waves are wild. Let's go, crashy boomies. So we have wandered our way down the beach now. I've actually never come down this far, which is really, really great. And we've got some beautiful side light on the ship that's happening right now. It's really, really fantastic. But everybody's having a great time. Let me turn you around here and say hello to everybody. So the aim of the game is to photograph this scene for the next maybe 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to push on to Swakopmund, get checked in real quick, and get ourselves to the pier. So if any of these pictures of this boat turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. So as the light came down, we found ourselves again at this wonderful, wonderful shipwreck like we did last year. And I love this place. It's really, really fantastic. I thought I would process this particular first image in black and white because I thought the white tones, against contrast them with the darker tones in the water, worked quite well. Actually, probably make a nice kind of get rid of the horizon picture. Maybe I might try and process that a bit later and post it to Instagram or whatever. really, really happy with how this particular one turned out. And then, of course, moving further down the beach, we got such beautiful light hitting the side of the boat. And I actually don't think I've photographed it in the past with nice side light, so I'm really, really happy with how this particular one turned out. And I love the fact that some of the cormorants just don't move, and you know, it really adds an extra bit of kind of story to the overall frame that the cormorants are sitting there on the boat. And yeah, it's just an unmoving lump of steel surrounded by this kind of like churning vortex of water. It's such a wonderful photographic subject. I really, really love it, and super delighted with how these turned out. So after a push on the driving, we actually made it for sunset, and we are getting some beautiful light here at the pier, and everybody's having a really, really wonderful time. So yay, fast driving, safe fast driving. So let me turn you around here and show you what we're looking at. We are essentially looking at this wonderful pier. As we all know, we've been here before, and everybody here setting up their tripods, gonna get the best shots we can get. And yeah, really, really fantastic place. And the sun is so clear. Last year, if you remember, it was super duper overcast. So we're here to try and take advantage of that. Gonna pop on the 3 to 5 stop, depending on, I haven't put my camera on yet because we just pretty much parked the cars and ran down. So just have to pop on the filters on the camera to take that out first, and then we shall fire away. So let's have a look and see what we can do. And then that's pretty much it, I think. So I think I'll just leave it there. So if any of these pictures turn out to be any good, I'm gonna pop them up on screen for you right now. Now, as we rushed down the road, we did manage to find ourselves overlooking this beautiful pier in Swakopmund, as I was just rambling about, and I really, really love how this particular image turned out. We did all play around with super duper long exposures and shorter exposures and all the kind of fun stuff that you would, you know, want to try when looking at a scene like this. For me though, this particular frame really captures the kind of essence of it all. And you know me, as I've discussed in the past, shooting directly into the sun can be a bit of a chore sometimes, but you know, the dynamic range on the Canon is actually quite good, and I'm very, very happy with it. I really, really love the kind of dark silhouette of the pier. Really kind of adds a beautiful dark kind of leading line into this beautiful bright light of the sun, and of course the warm tones with the cooler tones of the water as well just really balance the whole thing so wonderfully for me. I'm super duper happy with how this one turned out. Well folks, it dawned on me halfway through editing this video that I actually had no outro recorded for this video. So here it is. It's weeks later and we are back at our wonderful camp here in Portugal. Whew, it's been raining though, I tell you what. But anyways, what a wonderful experience this was throughout this course of this video. Damaraland is gorgeous. Unfortunately, we didn't really spend a great deal of time on the Skeleton Coast. It's just a road. We just have to travel to get to Swakopmund. But super happy with the Shipwreck image is, and of course then that gorgeous pier in Swakopmund is such a beautiful place and a gorgeous part of the country. So highly recommend. So in order to keep this nice, short and sweet, this week's video is sponsored by Orla and I. I am in the process of planning a workshop to Namibia myself. The intention is to not do any wildlife. It's just going to be strictly a landscape photography workshop. I am in talks with some tour operators to basically take us up into the northern section of the coast, which can only really be accessible by, you know, tours and tour leaders. So if you're anyway interested in that, you're most welcome to sign up to the newsletter below. But for now, if you like the video folks, do please hit that like button. And if you fancy following along for more of this grand adventure and the ones to come, you're most welcome to hit that subscribe button. But for now, I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy everybody. Cheers.